So when it comes to adventure touring, I'm pretty certain the segment just got moved up a notch thanks to Kawasaki's all-new Versys 1000 LTSE. I say up a notch because this new entry definitely brings the adventure segment closer to the gentleman's touring side of life. For instance, in the LTSE configuration, you get a 1000cc inline 4 boasting selectable engine modes. That butter smooth engine is then mated up to an up and down quick shifter, while the semi-active suspension comes with 3 modes, before adding on cornering ABS and traction control. There's also cruise control, heated grips, and a TFT color dash. All pretty trick. And to top it all off, the LTSE model makes use of Kawasaki's new Rideology app, an app that allows you to quickly pair your smartphone to the motorcycle. With it, you can plot routes before your rides and download full post-ride information as well. You can also choose to make adjustments to the suspension, which can be uploaded to the motorcycle. Again, all very trick. But you don't have to take my word for it. Here now is guest road tester, Mark Russell.
Well, Mark, Kawasaki Versys 1000 SE. Man, I couldn't believe this is just such a beautiful, big adventure bike. When I walked up to it, I couldn't believe the size. What did you think?
I thought it was gigantic. and it seemed intimidating coming up to it, and I read about it beforehand. It's a big bike, but riding it, it's not quite as noticeable. It's like a sport bike with stuff on it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff.
There are a lot of things to learn about when you get up and close and personal, but let's talk about the basic stuff first, the engine itself. When you fire it up, what did you think of the engine?
Sounds like a Kawasaki inline 4, and they all sound great.
Yeah.
And it pulls like a freight train, like what you'd expect. It's like a super bike engine in a big, tall, grand touring bike. There's a couple of different engine modes, and this morning I was riding in rain mode, and apparently that delivers 70 or 75% of open throttle and power, but I figured out how to switch it into its sport mode, and it has a ton of power. It'll pull the wheel off the ground. It's a powerful bike.
What did you think of the transmission for shifting and the clutch and all that stuff?
So the transmission's really interesting. It has the ability to upshift and downshift without the clutch. So you never, I suppose around town to smoothly shift, you might want to use the clutch, but if you're accelerating, it will upshift, no clutch, but it won't upshift if you're not accelerating.
Right.
And same with downshifting. When you're off throttle pulling up to a stop sign or a light, you can just click it and it'll downshift smoothly. It has a slipper clutch, so it's only grabbing at half the grip of the full clutch. But it won't downshift if you're not off throttle. So it knows which way you're going, and it'll do it smoothly without the clutch.
We're going, now we're stopping. What did you think of the brakes?
So the brakes are huge. I didn't use the back brake all day, and that's just a leftover from the way I rode small bikes back in the day. It's got multiple pistons, both sides. It's got all the brakes it needs. And you don't want to get, it has ABS, but you wouldn't want to get a front tire slipping on a bike this big.
Yeah. So you're going, we like the sound of it, it's stopping well, it's shifting nicely. What did you think of the overall riding position and the comfort and the wind protection and all that stuff?
So it's really great. The seat's big, it's wide at the back where you'd be sitting. There's some room to move back and forth depending on how you feel or how sore your butt gets on a long ride.
Yeah.
The bars are wide, and I'm not really used to that, but one of the advantages of that is the mirrors are useful because they're kind of way out there. Yeah, and I guess that gives you a lot of leverage for maneuvering at low speed in a parking lot.
Right. What did you think of the suspension? I mean, you have so many choices. What did you think about that?
Well, I didn't do any adjustments on the suspension. It's pretty competent, and we weren't going super fast. It handles well, but there's a lot of potholes out here at this time of year, and I sort of went over the first few expecting to be jarred. You sort of get ready for what's going to happen, and it just glides over them like they're not there. Yeah. I stopped thinking about it later in the day.
Stop trying to avoid them.
Just drove over them.
So who are we going to recommend this bike to?
I would say it'd be for somebody who's got a lot of riding experience under their belt and
Yeah.
now wants a bike that can do everything. I think this would be fine to ride around in the city going back and forth to work. It has enough protection. You can wear real work clothes and get there looking fine. But it's would be great on a long trip. You'll get where you're going without feeling beaten up.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be great for that.
And you can lift the front wheel once in a while. Apparently.
Apparently, and you don't even have to do it did happen. I will say it happened, and it wasn't that I didn't bounce off the suspension. I just opened the throttle in first gear and off it went.
Wow. Nice job, Mark.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you had some fun.
Yeah, it was a nice day. Thank you.
Good.